My advice for people that want to travel nurse is just to make sure you're comfortable on your own unit, and then if you want to do it, just do it. There's always the opportunity to go back to staff if it doesn't work out, but if you don't ever try, you're never going to know. So you just have to make the jump. My name's Sierra. I'm a peds oncology nurse. I've been a nurse for 8 years, and I have been traveling. This is the start of my 5th year.
My name is Sydney. I'm a recruiter with Atlas, and I've been with Atlas since June of 2018. So we met at a meet and greet in Arizona.
It was this time in 2019. Yeah, one of my friends, she actually was an adult traveler, said, hey, my company does a meet and greet at a baseball game. And I was like, okay, sold, got it. And then she was like, you got to meet Sydney. She's great. You'll love her. And here we are.
But it was like, I don't know, we didn't talk jobs. We didn't talk anything. Like, I thought nothing of it. I just liked hanging out with Sierra. She gave me a ride home after one of the meet and greets. And then, like, what was it, like 2 months later, she ended up texting me about a job randomly at like 11 p.m. at night. She's like, do you have this job?
It was some ridiculous time. And we had went out for drinks like after work one night, and they're like, hey, you know this job's available? And I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of dragging my feet. And they're like, just text and see what it's about. So I texted Sydney, like, expecting nothing until the next morning. She texted me back within like 20 minutes with a full package and all of the information that I needed. So that's where
we've been together since.
We are on assignment number 9 together. She's always going to have your back. She's always in your corner. And as long as you're asking for things that aren't outlandish, she's gonna pull through for you, and she's gonna do whatever she can to get you what you want. And it's like been a couple times that I'm like, what do I do? What should I do? And she's like, this is up to you. This is like your life. You're the one that's gonna do it. Like, do whatever makes sense for you, but is very supportive either way of how you go. I don't know. We're just really good friends at this point. I think we're better friends than anything else. So I'm just like, yeah, she's cool. She's fun. We have a blast.
I feel like my relationship with Sierra is very different than relationships with most of my nurses, because she was like my 3rd nurse on my desk. We've been together 4 years now.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years in May.
So it's turned into a relationship, a friendship. So it's so different just because, I don't know, like, we joke around about stuff. It's just so casual. It's like we're very straight up with each other.
It's like not even a business to me at this point. Like, it's so much further than like, oh, this is my recruiter. It's more like, oh yeah, my friend Sydney, who is actually also my recruiter, I guess.
At this point. She is like one of those nurses that when I submit her to a job, like, I have zero worries. Like, I am like, you, like, locked down. I'm like, you literally have the best resume. You're the best nurse. Like, every time we get references from places, they're amazing. The managers love her.
So the pros of traveling for me are the flexibility. I can go about anywhere that I want at this point as long as there's openings. I'm just like, hey, Sid, do you have any openings here? Do you have any openings there? And I can basically go wherever I want within what's available. And then I guess another pro is the flexibility. Like, I can work a 3-month contract, and then I can take 3 months off if I want, or I can work a 3-month contract and then just jump right into the next. Just kind of, it's very flexible for whatever you have going on. I would say the cons to travel nursing, which honestly it wasn't terrible at first, it's just really started to get a little more difficult, is the finding housing, and just having to move every 3 or 4 months gets a little exhausting after a while. It actually takes a little bit of a toll, but we're still here. So the hardest thing I had to learn when I was a brand new little baby travel nurse was I am an only child and very much a homebody, so I just had to learn how to be okay. And I just full out went for it and moved from Ohio to Arizona. Like, I could have probably stayed a little closer to home, but here we are. And I just had to learn that travel nurses, especially pediatric travel nurses, it's such a small little world, and once we repeat and we see each other at different assignments, it's just like you make really good friends. And it was just learning that you might have to go a little bit out of your comfort zone to make friends, but once you make friends, it's great. My advice for people that want to travel nurse is just to make sure you're comfortable on your own unit, and then if you want to do it, just do it. There's always the opportunity to go back to staff if it doesn't work out, but if you don't ever try, you're never going to know. So you just have to make the jump.
I think my biggest advice is be flexible. Just know that coming in as a new traveler, they like to see that travel experience. They like to see that you've been a traveler before. So I think being flexible for maybe your first assignment, and then once you get into it, like you can, like now, like Sierra's like, I want to go to a specific facility. And at this point, we can do that. At the beginning, I feel like she was a lot more flexible about where she wanted to go, when she wanted to go there. So I think being flexible, being, like she said, ready to take the jump. Because I feel like a lot of times I'll have that phone call, that initial phone call with them. They're like, I just don't know. I'm like, it's 3 months. Do it. You hate it, go back to your staff job. Go PRN, go back, whatever it is. I'm like, just try it. It's 3 months if it ends up not being for you. But also I say that, I've never had a nurse only do one contract.
You can do anything for 3 months, and maybe you just ended up at like not a great facility. And honestly, if I would have hated my first assignment and quit, I don't know where I'd be. I am literally so happy just traveling.
And you meet great people, and you get to experience things that you wouldn't have experienced, like Ohio, you wouldn't be experiencing. It's like, you do all these really great things, and you meet really amazing people.
Why Atlas is a company? I feel like working with Atlas, I feel like everyone has everything together. It's been basically pretty seamless all the way through, from, hey, this is the first step, you need to go do all your compliance, like get the email, send me the stuff. If I have questions, they respond in a pretty timely manner, all the way to things like this. Like, I don't know of many other companies that are like, hey, we're going to be here for this weekend, come out, hang out, see what it's all about, chill. Like, it's just a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Where am I going next?
Where are we going next?
Where are we going next? Let's see what the job board looks like, and also let's see if I have any connections in these other hospitals that I can just kind of slide right in, which is the plan at the moment. I would really like to go to Seattle next. Seattle for the summer. That we're going to speak it right into existence.
It's happening.
Manifest it.
And
We're going to Seattle.
We randomly are really good. Like, we have the worst luck. I don't know how we do anything.
Okay, we were just talking positively, and now we're...
I know. No. We're not going negative. We have the worst luck individually, but somehow we're like, no, this is what we're going to do. And it works. And it always works out.